Hello everyone. Do you want to teach ESL in China? If your answer to this question is a yes, then this video is for you. Here is what you need to know. Today we are going to be talking about how to get a teaching job in China. If you decide you want to move to China as an ESL teacher, this video is definitely for you, especially if you want to reside in the top tier cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. We will also be talking about the possibility of students teaching while studying in China. So let's get down to business. The prerequisite for getting a teaching job in China are: number one, you must be from a native English speaking country like the UK, the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and Ireland. Number two, you have to have a 120-hour teaching English as a foreign language certificate, which is the TEFL. Or you have to have a university degree in education or teaching English. If you have a degree in something else, then you definitely are going to need a TEFL certificate. Number three, you must have a clear criminal background check. Number four, you must be between 18 and 60 years of age for men and 55 for women. Number five, you must pass the health check. These requirements are what you need to get a legal teaching job in China. They are the basic requirements to getting a Z visa, and the school will be able to hire you. So, now you are eligible for a teaching Z visa. With all these documents available, you need some preparations to make. Here are some top ways you can start preparing now. You need to get some experience. If you have never taught in a classroom before, it's extremely unlikely you will be able to get a teaching job in China unless you know someone personally or the school is really desperate. Try to find a position as a teacher in your home country or a country with easier visa requirements to get experience. Teaching in a school is preferable to online tutoring or working in an after-school training center. If you are from one of the 7 countries China recognizes as native English-speaking countries, like I said before, the UK, Ireland, the US, Canada, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand, you should get TOEFL certified with 120 teaching hours as soon as possible. If you haven't yet finished your bachelor's degree, but you know you want to teach in China, studying education is a great step in this direction. Having a good CV or resume is essential to getting the job. Most schools in China operate in Chinese, though there are some like international schools that operate in English. As a foreign teacher in China, you are going to teach your students in the English language. So, learning Chinese is of great benefit because it will be the native language of your students and your fellow teachers and the school administrators. Deciding which age group you would like to teach, whether you want to teach in a kindergarten, training center, primary school, middle school, high school, or university. Kindergarten is from pre-K to K3 with ages running from about 2 to 6 years. You must have heard about training centers. These centers function as after-school English programs. The age here can range from 4-year-old children to about 55-year-old adults, though there are less and less training centers these days due to changes in policies in the Chinese education industry. The class size here is smaller, from 1-on-1 to about 15 students. This makes it easy to manage and the curricula are generally written for you. For middle and high schools, the work environment would vary from one city to the other and from one school to the other. If you want to teach young children, focus on building up your experience by working at kindergartens or studying early childhood development. If you want to teach business at a university, get a Master's of Business Administration degree. Make up your mind to teach in China. If you are aiming for the top tier cities in China, like I earlier mentioned, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Beijing, Shenzhen, then having all the requirements is a huge plus for you because jobs here are very competitive. Be here in China if you really want to teach. Deciding to move is already a step in the right direction. This is a tough decision to make, as most people will think moving without a job is high risk. Well, you must risk if you want to succeed. You must stop saying you have to secure a job before moving. Applying online is okay, but being here and going for a job interview one on one with your potential employer is a game changer. You get to be interviewed and then sometimes an opportunity for a demo. You can contact a job agent to help you with a job. Here, you have to be very cautious because there is a lot of fake out there. Employers here, just like every other place in the world, believe in what you can do as well and not only what your qualification says. Your qualification is the prerequisite to finding a job, but it doesn't mean you are getting it if you don't show them that you can get the job done. Teaching jobs in China are known to be extremely lucrative and offer competitive pay and benefits. Salaries can range from 11,000 RMB to 60,000 RMB a month. Some schools even offer insurance coverage, fully paid sick and vacation days, medical and flight reimbursements, housing allowance, location fees if you are moving from another city, and holiday bonuses. This salary might not seem like a lot in the US or the UK. However, even making 15,000 RMB a month in China can allow you to live fairly well. If you're making more than that, you'll definitely be able to afford a good apartment and even put some money aside to save. Now, I have been having this question from so many people who watch my videos. Can you teach in China as a university student or as a student? And the answer in most cases is a no. In the past, it was fairly common for students to find side jobs teaching English and get paid under the table. However, this is actually an illegal practice, and students who are caught receive fines for illegally working. Recently, China has released new strict laws about the tutoring industry in China. The new laws heavily restricted the industry, and so the opportunities that were available are no longer there. That said, if you're coming to China as a student, please know that those opportunities are gone. These laws are there to regulate the industry and to avoid circumstances where parents are paying exorbitant amounts to get the kids educated in the industry, and also they want to create a scenario where you will have a situation where Chinese who've studied abroad who've studied in different countries around the world, and especially in the native English countries, they should be given a chance, the opportunity to teach English.